Hey guys, it's Joel Perriman, the financial planner student, and I'm going to talk to you about date night. Essentially, date night is something my partner and I do once a month, roughly, where we go through all of the figures and we go through all of our money going in, going out, and it's a really good way to bring my partner on board, Liv, and try and get her to understand what's going on with regards to our finances. And sometimes it might be like, for an example, this month we spent a lot of money on presents. It's Christmas, so understanding like how much money we have spent and knowing what's exactly has happened. It's a really good way to review what the budget's going and how the budget is going as well. So essentially, date night, how we do it essentially is we actually either go out to a restaurant or we have takeout and we dine in or whatever it is. We make it a bit special because it's a really fun little thing you can do, especially if you're like me who likes talking about the numbers and planning forward about our savings and stuff like that. You don't have to obviously enjoy that process of it too much. You can make it really short and sharp sort of stuff. You can just be like, okay, this is the numbers, this is what we're saving, blah, blah, blah. But I'll go through my process that my partner and I Liv do, and essentially why we do it as well. So date night, what is date night? This is actually a concept that has been taken from the Barefoot Investor, who, if you don't know Scott Pape, he is a really great financial, or used to be a financial advisor, now a financial counselor. And in fact, he had a massive movement over the years of like 2016 to 2020 with a whole heap of people learning more about money. He's really improved my life quite a bit because I learned a lot from him. But now I've gone on to learning more and more about it. He's really good for the basics and especially the beginners. But this concept I really, really liked about his whole step-by-step process when it came to pretty much really nutting down on your finances and just cracking down on it essentially. And this process, especially if you have got a partner, maybe if you've been going out for only a year, maybe you don't have to worry about doing this. But if you're looking to go for a house and own a house with your partner, this is especially really important. We did this as soon as we decided that we're going to buy a house, and really important if you already have your own home, because understanding the finances is really important for couples and relationships. In fact, I believe 70%, based off a statistic that's taken off of the Australian government website, if you want to check it out, you can. Most divorces happen or occur because of money. 70% of divorces happen because of money. And it probably is just the fact that no one is communicating about what is and what isn't happening. And imagine if your partner died, and God forbid this would happen, but imagine if I died, for an example, and Liv didn't know what was happening with the money. She didn't know the password. She didn't know how to log into accounts. It'd be horrible. She would, one, be grieving and not know what to do. And she'd have to pay for a funeral and all this sort of stuff. And of course, life insurance comes into it and stuff like that, but we won't go through that today. We're talking about date night, and I want to go through really quickly about how we do it. So date night, like I said, is just about making sure that you and your partner are on the same level when it comes to money, when it comes to building a life together, because that's what money does. It helps you to build a life together. So it's really important that you do it. Okay, so once a month, we essentially set a date, normally at the start of the month, and we review previous month of what happened. And we either, like I said, we go out to a restaurant. We really make it a thing. We make it something that's going to be interesting and exciting. We have a few drinks. We do these sort of things that's just going to make it fun. And we sit down and I'll go through exactly what happened over the next month. So I normally sit down once a month, review the budget, see where our money's gone, see what we've spent, etc. And then we'll go to the date night and I'll say, okay, we might have spent a bit too much on groceries this month. Let's rein that in a little bit and try not to spend as much so that we can average it out, so that we can make sure that we are hitting the budget. And that means we're hitting our goals. You don't have to be that detailed, as I like to be a bit more detailed. I like the numbers. I like sitting down and crunching them. But you could simply just go, okay, our savings goal this month has been hit. Yay, let's celebrate. And understanding like, okay, I've spent this much money on this because this sort of thing. So for a quick example, like once we go through the numbers, we go through what we've spent, I'll be like, okay, Liv, like, and because I have essentially a job as well as a PAYG, and then I also have a business as well, essentially we'll sit down and say, okay, Liv, this is how much money I'm making from here and all that sort of thing, because she can't see that. And it's really important to be transparent with your partner. Like they're there for you, they're there, you hopefully are there for them as well. So you want to make sure that you are as transparent as possible, okay? And just having that conversation with regards to money means that you can build a trust around you and your partner and around the money that you have together. Now, of course, there are people out there who don't think that having accounts together is a good idea, but I always suggest that it is. Like my partner and I, and it all is based off of your values, I know, but my partner and I, as soon as we essentially started to try and buy a house or build a house is what we did, then we joined our accounts together, and we haven't even got married yet. I proposed to her last year and we're getting married hopefully next year, as long as COVID all goes well. But I believe that you should be joining your accounts together. So you each and every one of the, like your partner and you should be able to see what the money is going in versus going out. And transparency is really important. Just making sure that you are honest with your partner. And the biggest thing is, and I know like there's, especially if you are a gambler, you have alcohol addiction, or if you smoke cigarettes and things like that, that can be quite, you can be quite ashamed when you talk about the money side of things, because that can rack up a lot of money. Like if you have those sort of addictions, I would always suggest that you speak to a financial counselor. If you have a lot of debt, speak to a financial counselor and make sure that you are looking after yourself as much as you can. Speak to the people that you need to make sure you do that. But I would always highly suggest that you be as open and honest with your partner as possible. They will understand, they're there for you and to support you. And if you've got yourself in trouble, they will try and help you as well. You'd be surprised. Don't be ashamed of bringing out these problems when they are there for you. They're your partner for a reason, okay? So let's get back to the date night, how we work it. Talked about the numbers already, talked about essentially our savings goals and making sure that we're hitting those savings goals. And then after that, that's pretty much it. We just enjoy the night, we have dinner, we watch a movie, we do whatever it is that we want to, just to celebrate the fact that we've either hit our savings goals, or if we haven't, then it's okay. We celebrate anyway, and we work on trying to make sure that we do better next time. And it's really important that you put it in the calendar once a month, and at least go through the basics of, have you hit your savings goals? Because that is really important with you and your partner to sort of talk about either your goals moving forward in life. Like if you want to buy a house, if you want to have kids, that sort of thing, it's really cool to do. And then two is to work out where your money's going, because sometimes you're spending more than you think and you don't know what's been happening. Your partner may pull you up on it a little bit, and it's that accountability as well. Like accountability is super important, and your partner can do that for you. So that's why we do date night. That's why it's really awesome and fun as well to just sort of make sure that you're there with your partner. Obviously, if you can try and make sure that date night is a little bit more about just about the numbers. Like I said, you only have to talk about the numbers for 10 to 15 minutes. You don't have to talk long. You could literally just say, we've hit our savings goals. Well done. And then celebrate. Or we didn't hit our savings goals. This is how we're going to change our budget a little bit. Like we have to figure out what's gone wrong. And then if nothing can be changed, then just say, okay, we'll just be a little bit more tight with the money this month moving forward. Okay, so that's it for date night. That's all we do essentially. Just once a month we sit down, we enjoy ourselves, and we have a good dinner, we watch a movie, and we talk about the numbers, we talk about our money and our goals as well for about 15 minutes. And if you can do that once a month with your partner, you'll grow a lot closer, you'll be stronger as a couple as well, and it will really, really help. It has helped my relationship quite a lot, and I believe it can help yours as well. So other than that, guys, if you have any questions on date night or budgeting or anything like that, put it in the comments below. Otherwise, make sure you do subscribe and like this video so we can spread the word as much as you possibly can about date night and how it can really affect your relationship and make it stronger than ever before. Okay, so make sure you do that, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get videos every time I put out a video and get an update. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Make sure that you enjoy date night and let me know how you go.